Alt 92.3.
What's up? It's Bryce. I'm hanging out with my guy MGK,
What
Machine Gun
up?
Kelly.
Hi.
Thanks for coming, man.
Thanks, dog.
Heard you just woke up.
Yep.
Sorry to be getting you out of bed early.
Well, I mean, to be fair, it's 1 p.m., but
You look good.
thanks.
Awesome. All right, let's dive right in here. Let's talk about the album, Hotel Diablo.
Yeah.
Do you start with an album title and that informs the rest of it, or do you work your way back where you look and you go, okay, this represents this body of work?
I think I've always looked back and been like, okay, this represents his body of work. However, this one I had a different title, and my daughter was like, homie, go back to Hotel Diablo.
What was it? What was
It was
the...
Delirium.
Ooh. What was that?
But even
Unpack
saying
that
that out loud, I'm like, I said that to Zane Lowe, and he made this point where he was like, dude, it sounds like a shitty magic show in Vegas that like only doesn't even have like a residency of like every week, but like every like 3 weeks. Like,
I'm just shocked
you'll
you didn't
see
say
this-
like incredible. What did he say?
yeah.
Oh, epic, man. Sorry, no diss on Zane Lowe. Love you, Zane Lowe.
Yeah. So every time I hear that other option, I'm always like, oh, the shitty magic show title name.
Well, we dodged that bullet.
Thank God.
So Hotel Diablo, like unpack it for us.
Yeah. Hotel Diablo. I remember when I chose the kid picture of myself for the cover, everyone was like, how does this have to do with a hotel or like any of the title at all or anything? And my subconscious was picking that image for like the whole process of the album. I was always like, this picture, and no one was feeling me, and everyone wanted to do a hotel, and I was like, guys, like Hotel Diablo is not a literal hotel,
Right.
you know. If any of the visuals that you see, I mean, I just actually put one out, but it's always like unlocking a piece of your mind, right? Like
I was
that's
gonna say it's where you are currently staying.
yeah, it dude, couldn't say it better. And you know, especially when in a lot of the transfers of the videos, like I Think I'm Okay or Candy, it'll always go through that little bald patch in the back of my head that says where the Hotel Diablo's tatted on, because it's just, I mean, I'm kind of just giving away the metaphor that it's like.
What's it take for you to get a tattoo? You got a couple of them. You got a Decepticon right there.
It takes.
Is that you got 2D from Gorillaz?
Yeah, man.
Man, you got some good ones.
Yeah. It takes, dude. Some tattoos I have are just dumb. I just need to go, just die forever.
What's the tattoo you hate the most? We're getting
like,
already
just
distracted.
My arms. I'm just, But like I was 15, 16 years old, but they made sense for when I was 15, 16 years old. I'm not there anymore. So
Fair enough.
my mind is a lot different.
Well, let's talk about where you are. I Think I'm Okay. Amazing song.
Thanks.
Dipping into alternative.
Mm-hmm.
I know the story. Our listeners might not know the story. Walk us through how this kind of came about. Maybe the press version, the quick version.
Okay. I started by going back and forth with my friend Nick, trying to find an iconic guitar riff, just because when you're sitting down, and the goal is to always have that one song or something that when you play it on stage or you start it, everyone just starts freaking out like, oh my God, they're playing this song. Finally, he nailed it and we laid it. And long story short, in my head, I was like, from the second I recorded, I was like, yeah, I got to have this Youngblood kid on the song.
Right.
And he came to the studio. I actually had a session with Travis booked that same day.
Which, like, Travis, an interesting incorporation to that song, because I get a little, almost like a little bit of Stay Together for the Kids vibe.
I totally get Stay Together for the Kids vibe on that. And I get feeling this vibe with the way he filtered out the drums on the verses.
Yeah, sure.
So, like, he really gave me the best Travis Barker I could have ever gotten. You know what I mean?
Had you hung out with him? Were you
many
buds
times
before? Okay.
Many times. Like, since I met him when I was around like 19, 20, and I've just always stayed cool since then. But like, this was just different because I remember taking it to him right after Youngblood recorded his. I mean, Youngblood freestyled his whole verse, by the way.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Like, and we had just met. He walked to my house, didn't even knock. Like,
you know the vibes I get from him. I'm not trying to, and again, I think it's a brilliant original song, but I think like people project themselves into certain things, right?
Mm-hmm.
And like you and I'm guessing are a similar age, and again, like same references, like Blink-182,
Yep.
and then with Youngblood, I get this really like big Burt McCracken used vocal out of that.
Sick.
Like amazing, like, soaring vocal. Like
that's
love
a good
that.
point. I kept using My Chem references
Yeah.
during that whole studio session, but I didn't even think about the fact that outside of
go
like
back
Gerard
and
Way
listen to
that he
those.
gives me major used vibes on that for sure. Yeah, great point. So he freestyled that whole thing. I kind of just chopped it and picked what I want, and then he freestyled that end part as part of his verses. And I remember just being like, oh, we should just put this as a post hook, like super My Chem format, which is not A B A B. It's like
Right.
A section, B section, A section, C section, like just
C-section. Sorry, I'm just derailing my own interviews. It's terrible.
That's really
But yeah, man. I mean, it's really, to me, it's interesting because I think from where we're standing, alternative is having a bit of a moment in other genres, not just pop, rap. Where people are referencing these sorts of bands. You feel the similar, like where it's a time where you've sort of always had these influences, and you're like, I can finally really dig into these, and people are going to be okay with it.
true. Yeah. I mean, I feel a little slighted about the fact that for the last like 8 years I've been doing it, that people have been like, but I'm glad it finally is catching. I think it was also on me to just commit to doing it, because I think before I would like hint at it, and maybe the connection came when I was just like balls to the wall. We're going full all
Right.
on this one. Like let's not try and satisfy everyone. Let's just go with if it's a rock song, make it a rock song. If it's a rap song, it's a rap song. Like,
Are you ever going to do like a full rock? Do you think
I
do you ever
think so.
start like a rock band?
Dude, I have so many rock songs that I've recorded.
Really?
Like so many, and I think it took. I think I'm okay for my team to realize that
There's something here.
there's something there.
All right. So like when you say you have these rock songs recorded, I know you're buds with a lot of people. Is that you like hanging out with your friends?
Yep.
And, like you guys jam it out? Is it just you by yourself? I know you're multi-instrumentalist at this point.
Yeah, me and Travis got this one that's it just, dude, it reminds me of like an Oasis Wonderwall.
Whoa.
You know, it's I wish it would come out. I mean, I have it. I can
Sing
put it out whenever I
Sing
want.
it. Give us a verse. Give us something.
It's called Times of My Life. I'll say the title so that when it comes out, like I'll be like, oh, here it is. But
He talked about this. Yeah.
I am really, really proud of that. There's another one called Home Bittersweet Home. Yeah, dude, there's a lot of the rock records that we have that I guess it's time to go with. Yeah.
It's time
Yeah.
for sure. Imagine Dragons. It's time. No, just kidding. What? Terrible today. So if you did start a band, like if you started like a super group, who would be in it? Like who are your guys? You know what I mean? Like Travis on drums, obviously.
Dude, I really just like that trio. Travis Doesn't Fly. My little brother Rook could smash a drum for like with his eyes closed and his hands behind his back.
With his eyes just into the snare.
Fully eye snare. I guess. I mean, dude, we need like a one person in the band who's like we always have excuses for.
Yeah. Okay.
So
It's
we
like,
need.
Where's this guy? I don't know.
Yeah, we need like a fuck up.
Is that not you? You're on time.
Yeah,
You're
me and
timely man.
Youngblood and Trev, we're all pretty much on time.
Okay,
We
sick.
need we need one. Give me who can? Oh, dude, the singer from Puddle of Mud.
Ooh, Wes Scantlin.
Oh, dude, just oh my God! I
Those-
want him sitting next to us in interviews, just with his head, just like, and I want him to just be so mean to everybody, and we just are like, dude, apologize, man. Dude, fucking,
Just Wes, guys.
just
Like
yeah. We need one. Yeah, I want him.
True story. My first interview when I was like 13, nicest guy.
Really?
Yeah, extremely nice.
And then.
And then the rest happened.
Oh.
But let's get off that vibe. Let's get back on the Travis vibe because one of the interesting things to me is you have this good vibe with Travis.
Yes.
You also have a good friendship, I think, with Puff, right?
Yeah.
Like signed you back in the day. They were in the Bad Boy video together. You ever like rock out with Puff?
I did. I remember that the Bad Boys for Life video.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's funny.
You ever go over to like Puff's house and just like blast some fucking rock and roll jams?
Nah, but like Puff will like blast weird like trumpet music sometimes.
Oh, dude, okay, so I used to work at Revolt, full transparency.
Yeah.
I was there when you debuted a video that you directed,
Okay.
and I think you said was early on you were talking about being into Blink.
Yeah.
Am I making this up?
Yeah. No. You're right.
Okay,
You're right.
cool. Yeah. So you've been doing this
Yes.
for ages.
But did you have a did you hear the trumpet music that I heard too?
No, it was.
It's like not trumpet. It's like jazz. I don't know how to say it.
I had a very weird experience. I don't know if I could say it on camera. But yeah, it was good. It was
awesome.
a good one. It was a good time. But yeah, so you and Puff, because I always felt like related to your rock energy. That's what I think he liked about you, or at least that's what he sort of said when you came through. Was that something you guys talked about, or just not really?
That is not what he's feeling
cool.
for me.
He's just like rap.
Yeah.
Rap. 100% of the time.
Yeah, but this also like my friend. It's not. Yeah. Yeah. He can like he has his own like sides of machine like that he likes.
Right. It's like how Kanye like only likes Pusha T one way.
Yeah. Like they have their favorites of you know.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
All right.
But
cool.
I'm good at all them shits. So.
Yeah. Well, you're a drummer now, right?
Yeah. I mean, I can drum. I wouldn't say I'm a drummer.
Okay. So
Fuck that, dude. I'm a drummer. I just played Tommy Lee, dude.
That's what you gotta do. Yeah, dude. How's hanging with Tommy? We all want to do it. You did it.
We all want to do it.
Who doesn't want to hang out with
No,
Tommy?
it's
Everyone
sick.
in this room wants to hang out with Tommy Lee.
Yeah, he's sick. He's a psycho. I've seen him snort emergency just as a joke.
Again, all been there.
Shut up.
Cool, man. Well, hey, thanks for coming by. Is there anything that we didn't touch on? Like, oh, you know what? No, there's stuff that I want to talk about. I have a very important thing to talk about.
Yeah, we could talk or we can end on the snorting emergency, whichever one you're thinking.
This is just as good. This is just as good, I think. So you were in a bit of a high-profile spat with Eminem at one point, which I think makes you an expert on beefs.
Okay.
So I need you to rank or weigh in on these alternative beefs.
They got alt beefs.
Ooh, I've got the all beefs.
Dude, that's tight. I almost beat the lead singer of Taking Back Sunday's ass one time.
What was that about?
We were on mushrooms. It was the last day of Warped Tour.
Yeah, that's similar to my Puff experience.
For real?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
We should offline that. We'll offline that. I didn't fight him. So alt beefs. You're from Cleveland.
Mm-hmm.
Let's start with Cleveland. Trent Reznor v. Marilyn Manson.
Oh. I thought it was Trent Reznor v. Fred Durst.
It's kind of that's another one.
Okay.
I have Fred versus another guy in my bracket.
I've hung with Manson so many times. That's my dog.
So you're going Manson all the way.
I mean, Manson's just a sicko, so I just think he's gonna win by any means necessary.
He's gonna like throw poop.
Yeah, he doesn't give a fuck. Yeah. Trent Reznor is the goat of sounds.
He's also buff
and lights.
Yeah, he's got crazy light. Those shows are nuts.
Yeah, and he's from Cleveland, so I'm rocking.
Right.
I don't.
It's a draw for you.
Yeah,
it's a draw.
yeah. I'm fucking with both of them.
All right, so let's go. We brought up Fred. Let's go down the Fred lane.
Mm-hmm.
Fred Durst versus Scott Stapp from Creed.
Fuck Creed, dude.
Couldn't say it better. All right, Creed, sorry. Boom, smackdown. Last but not least, tough one, but I think I know where you're going to land. MCR versus The Used.
Did they have an actual beef?
Yeah, that's like supposedly that song Pretty Handsome Awkward supposedly about Gerard, allegedly.
Dude.
It's like making you choose
This killing me right now.
parent,
I didn't even know that. Is this what people felt like when like I was beefing with people that they liked?
Probably.
Oh, this is such a bummer. I hate when people are like hate each other.
It's a humanizing moment here.
Man.
Here, let's do this.
You know what? I'll say like this. It's like I'm not gonna choose a side on this one, and I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed. Really disappointed.
Just make up, guys. Also, like MCR needs to make up and get back on tour.
Yeah, they're not fucking with each other.
Yeah, what is that? They're also mad at the Jonas Brothers now for saying they're doing it. You see that?
For what? What are the Jonas Brothers doing?
Jonas Brothers were like, "Oh yeah, MCR was rehearsing next to us," and then they were like, "No, we weren't." Like, but they probably were. But who knows? And they're like, "Fuck you, Jonas Brothers." So there's another rock beef for you. Your team, Jonas Brothers. I see it.
Jonas ain't rock, but sure.
It's messy, man. Hey, thanks for coming through.
Yeah, hell yeah.
I appreciate it.
Love.